Okay, so we're going to do this. It's May 30th, 2017. It's a Tuesday afternoon. We're sitting at Uncle George's in his workshop back behind his little house in just outside of Murray, Kentucky. Now, Uncle George, you said you could remember back to about 1930 from when you was a little kid. What's one of the first things you remember as a little kid?
I remember coming from Oklahoma, parts of the trip, back to Kentucky when after Dale was born.
And she was born in Bowlegs, Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, in 1930, Bowlegs, Oklahoma. She was just a little bitty tyke. Yeah, but so that would put me, I don't know what year, month Dale was born.
She was born in March.
March?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would have only been a little over 2 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I think it's
You would have been 3 in October of that year in 1930.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I recall some of it, not from hearing other people talk about it, but I remember it. From far back as I could go in memory.
Yeah.
There wasn't a paved road nowhere back in those days.
Were you in a car or what was you in?
Dad had an old Essex car.
Essex. Okay.
Essex was the brand of it. He had one of them things. They looked like a 50-foot long.
So was it like a truck or a car?
No, it was a car.
Okay.
An old ragtop car, and he took the top off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of us kids was riding in there. Of course, Dale was the youngest at that time. He still had Tog and twins yet to go, and Don. But I recall us running off the road. Dad got out of a rut or something, and he ran off the road down in the embankment. And I remember that.
And that's when you were coming back to Kentucky from
all the way
Oklahoma?
back.
Okay.
And I remember stopping over close to Haytie, Missouri, because Dad always mentioned about had folks that lived down in Haytie, Missouri. It's right across the Mississippi River.
Just by St. Louis, right?
No, it's downriver from St.
Oh, it's
Louis.
downriver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we came on back to Clay. That's where we stopped at. And we stayed with Mom, Grandma Dawes.
Okay.
I remember staying there.
And they lived in Clay, right?
Yes, they lived.
Okay.
They lived in Clay on I used to know the name of the street that they lived on, but I can't remember it now. But anyway, we lived there, stayed with them until Dad found us a place to live, which was up here in Christian County.
Okay.
Over east of here. He rented a place up there.
I didn't realize you guys had ever lived in Christian County.
Yeah.
I knew you'd lived in Crittenden County and that you lived in Webster County.
No, we weren't there very long. We went up there in
Was it out in the country?
Yes,
or?
it was in the country.
Okay.
There was a colored family lived just a little ways from us, and they had a bunch of kids, and this one oldest colored girl, I remember the kids wanted to come down there every day to our house, or if they didn't come down, we'd try to go up to their house. I remember her saying, when we always like to go out and tramp around in the woods and the fields and whatever, and we'd all take off, and of course I was big enough, I could keep up with them, but Dale, she was having a hard time, Sister Dale, of course she was just barely walking, and this colored girl would say, "Who's going to tote Helen? Who's going to tote Dale? Who's going to tote Dale?" I remember that so well. She would always say, "Tote. Who's going to tote Dale?"
And what were y'all doing?
Just roaming around.
Just roaming through the woods?
And Brother William, of course, he being the oldest, he liked to get out and roam, him and Errol as well, you know. And he found an Indian artifact on the ground up on this long sloping hill. Probably was a village there ages ago. But it was about this big around as I recall. And they had carved in, on the flat surface of it, a face. Even had it colored in it. Its color was still in it.
Oh, wow.
Of course, it was partially buried in the dirt, but William seen it.
This was in Christian County, or?
Up on that slope there, where everybody around there thought, as far as they knew, there was an Indian village there ages ago, you know. And he found that and kept it for years and years.
Huh.
And after Mother passed, I don't know whatever happened to it.
Yeah.
But I remember those things, and that was in 31.
Wow.
So I remember them very well. And anything else?
Yeah, well, what about, see, William was your oldest brother, oldest, and then Harold,
Yeah,
and then Helen, and then you, right?
that's right.
And then after you was Dale,
Now,
Don, Jack and Sis, and then Daddy, and then Bobby.
right. You got it right.
So
down
got
the
them.
line.
All right. So I just wanted to make sure I had them in order there.
Well, you have.
So you were only in Christian County for just a short time, you
Yeah,
said.
we only lived there that, we went there in the springtime.
Mm-hmm.
Spring of 31, I think.
Okay. So when do you remember, where did you go to next? Do you remember
We come back to Clay.
back over to Clay?
And then
Okay.
from there on, I remember all the places we used
Because I know Daddy and Jack and Sis were all born in Providence. So did
yes.
y'all live just like
Yeah.
outside of town, in town? What do you?
Jack and Sis, when they were born, we lived in Providence on what we call the Rock Road.
Rock Road. I've seen that street name when I've been driving through there. Yeah.
Yeah, they, that was quite a story too. I'd like to relate.
Go right ahead.
We was waiting for the doctor to come, you know, the doctors come to made house calls.
Yeah.
And Dad had done called him, and he told him that he'd be along pretty soon. And Mother, of course, had already gone into labor. And Helen and I and Harold and William were all sitting out on the front porch. And we was talking, you know, wondering whether it was going to be a boy or a girl. Or we was all excited, you know. And this old doctor, old Model A, yeah, it was Model A, pulled up out front. The doctor got out. He had his little bag, you know, and I remember Helen asked him, was it Helen? No, it was Harold. Said he asked where the bedroom was, and Harold told him.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, Harold went with him. He showed him the bedroom where to go in at. And then we came on back out, and we were sitting there on the front porch waiting for, you know, the baby to be born.
Mm-hmm.
And about maybe 30, 40 minutes, something like that, seemed like it. Doctor came out. He said, well, said everything went well. Children says, your mother's had another baby. And we were just about to flip, wanting to get in there to see that baby. And we went in, and Dad says, come on, kids, says, you can come in and see your little brother. Yeah, little brother. I said, oh boy, another boy. We went in there, and all of us on one side of the bed. And Mother turned the covers back, and there lay that little sweet thing. And oh my goodness. All we was wanting to hold her, pick her up and hold her, or him, or Jack. And Mother said, no, said, you'll have to wait a little while. And we were just taking on. I can remember that so well. And Mother said, kids, says, I got a surprise for you. And I remember Harold said, what is it, Mother? What is it? He said, you kids come around the other side of the bed. We walked around there, and she flipped the cover back. There was another baby. And I'm telling you, we like to pass out. I could not believe it. Well, none of us. Well, William knew. He being the oldest, he knew twins. But as far as us younger children, it was like We didn't know what
You was trying to figure that out.
trying to figure it out.
So was Papaw Beard in the room with her then?
Yeah, he was in
Okay.
there. He was in there with us.
Do you remember the doctor's name?
That's one that Mother used to go to.
It wasn't Doc Frazier, was it?
No. It wasn't
Okay.
Dr. Frazier. Dr. Frazier was over at Marion.
In Marion. Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay.
No. But that was our introduction to our little twin brothers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. I remember that.